Yeah, this is Conrad again from Grumpy Old Geezer Boxing. Thanks for the nice comments on the last vid. I'm going to do another quick vid. This is kind of dropped to get popped part 2. There's a couple things I really didn't mention the last one. One, because these phone vids, they're kind of hard to load up, and I don't know how big of a phone vid I can actually load up. But I want to show you a couple more things on the drop to pop. There was one comment that talked about this is kind of like the Dempsey drop into the punch step. I gotta confess, I actually never read that famous book that he talked about that, but I always understood that's more of kind of a drop into a thud of a punch. That's probably where what I'm talking about is different. This is more like just punch mechanics and also enabling movement and a quick, sharp jab and other punches. So I want to talk about that in a minute. But one of the reasons why you do this, drop a little bit on that jab, drop into that front foot. Whether you twist the front foot or not, that's also a big debate. One day I'll get back into that. It enables you to actually punch while you're moving in different directions, specifically going backwards. There's tons of guys that cannot jab going backwards. They can't do it. I mean, I'm not even talking about a hard jab. I'm talking about just they can't do it. There's even good pro fighters that are known for only being able to fight going forward. They can't fight going backwards. They just can't do it. I think that's probably because their natural talent was so good that no one ever straightened them out. Or maybe their coaches didn't know, or maybe they just, I don't know, they just developed habits they couldn't break. But I want to show you what I'm talking about here, okay? And then we'll talk about a couple other quick things too, including what happens when you push off the back foot and you throw 1-2. So, very quickly. Remember we talked about, oh, that light's going to be right in the way, isn't it? Anyway, we talked about, though, when you're jabbing, you want to get that quick jab, you can have that back heel up a little bit, but you can even have your weight more on your back foot. But the thing is, you want to punch, generally speaking, you kind of want to punch off the foot where you got your weight. So, bam, you get that jab because you're dropping into that front jab. Now, look what happens. If I am pushing off the back foot and rising with my body, again, it's a push. But try to do that going backwards. I mean, it's impossible. It's impossible. Gosh, this light's pissing me off. It's impossible. Now, look what happens when you go off the back foot. I mean, when you're punching going backwards, but you're dropping. You're dropping on that front foot. Bam, no problem. You know where you see this? You may not realize it. I'm gonna stand here. You may not realize it, but you see it in especially with fighters like some of the classic guys, Ray Leonard, Holmes, Witherspoon. You know how they would circle that front foot. They're doing it off that front foot and circling, but they're dipping into that front foot. So, look, if I'm, see, I guess you can see me. So, if I'm circling, I can circle all the time, just like I can go backwards. So what? Here's the back. Go forwards, come back. I got no problem punching going backwards. No problem. In fact, I don't even have a problem punching and going backwards into a 1-2. So look. No problem. Why? Because that first punch, I'm dropping into that first punch, even going backwards. See, going backwards like that. That is key. Now look what happens if you'll have this happen. You'll probably run into guys that spar like this who they're pushing upwards on the 1-2. You know what it looks like? I'll show you. It looks like this. Look at this front. Look at this front knee. They'll do that jump. Man, that jump's crazy. That jump will get you knocked out, and it also gets you, you'll crack your knee on the other guy's knees, or worse, if a guy's doing that, he'll crack his knee on your knee. So what you do, if he does that once, wait for him and hook him. That may be the best lesson of all, okay? But you see what I'm talking about? That's really it. Now, even dropping a little bit on the hook also is a big help, because look what happens. I can hook going backwards. So I'll go a 1-2-3 going backwards. Watch. So now, how did I do that? I did that because on that first jab, I dip into it a tiny bit. I drop into that first jab. Then the back foot punches. I don't rise up. That's on the ball of my foot, twists. And then when I throw that hook, the natural thing is to sink a little bit on that hook, and I get it off fast and I can clip somebody on it going backwards. Okay, that's all I'm gonna post today. I gotta get a workout in because my wife wants to go to a movie, and I like making videos for you guys, but I don't want to get divorced. So otherwise, I hope this comes through. Speak soon. Talk to you later. This is Grumpy Old Geezer signing out.